you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program.
State have been bleeding. Life have been lost in Benue State. They cried, the middle belt. They have cried and cried and cried, and they lost tears. I didn't see that very stupid station in Russia coming to interview Oton about the situation of things. We have seen life being lost in southern Canada up to today. Some villages in southern Canada are taken over by this very terrorists, and yet nobody seems to report it. They turn the blind eye to it. They turn the blind eye to it. They have seen how divided the country is. From the very time the late Muhammadu Buhari came to power, he divided the country the more. He made sure he created that division the more. And since then till date, the country has been much more divided than ever. And Biafrans, we have been saying it time and time again. We have given them so many opportunities. We have given them so many opportunities to make correction. Just like Mazen Nandekan called off the no election. Mazen Nandekan called it off and allowed Biafra to participate. But even after calling that off, did he change anything? He never changed the world. Nothing changed. He gave them the opportunity to make a change. They couldn't be able to make any change. And today, when we have come together to demonstrate our democratic rights, one stupid station in Russia is coming out to do the same thing they did in 1967. These are the people that know what the Biafran people are going through. They know what we are passing through. They know the evil and the risk we are in. They see the kind of death that is happening not only in Biafra land, including other part of that zoo. I have never seen them cover it or conduct any documentary about it. All of a sudden, they gain their ground and begin to interview a terrorist. Somebody that came and said that terrorists are their warriors. That was the person they were interviewing in an international television. And he was there opening his mouth to speak against somebody, a human rights activist in a sane and civilized country, a politician well known in his country, wherever he is, and protected in his country. He's speaking against it. It is sad. But Biafrans, everybody was wake up. You're welcome, my brother Okara. Thank you so much for joining, my brother.
Yeah, my brother King.
Yeah, it's been a long time. How is work?
My brother, well, thank God. Well, thank God for everything. It has not been easy. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
thank you for joining.
Although I don't watch your live program, but I do share it and I do watch it later on, because the time of my work now make me, I don't come online all the time to do. But I do whenever I have time, I will watch your program. If I didn't watch it on Facebook, I will go to YouTube and watch it. So that is what I normally do. But I follow everything that is going on.
Thank you, my boy.
I just say, let me just chip in, because my time for work is almost time for me to go to work.
Okay, just take your time. Take your time. Just take your time and do what you have to do.
My brother, see, these people, although this is a prophecy fulfilled, because sometimes they can say a time will come, we will not pay them to advertise us in their national TV. And that is exactly what they're doing. I'm not surprised that Krab Shehu is in Russia TV and national TV talking rubbish. A terrorist calling a Chaco calling another man black. Understand? So I'm not surprised. The only thing that I'm surprised that opportunity come for this man to vindicate himself, which is a man powerless. He foolishly do what we normally know that he's going to do, because a sabo is always a sabo.
Of course.
A betrayer is always a betrayer. You can't see when Jesus was about to be killed, he said that that person that would betray him, that is better for him that is not born. Definitely the person will betray him.
Of course.
And even Judas Iscariot asked him, Master, am I the one? He was there with him. He followed, asked them, am I the one? Ask him, am I the one? So I'm not surprised. This is a prophecy fulfilled. And I want people to know one thing. People that are scared of death, they can't say that if they kill me, Biafra will come more quicker. That was a prophecy he said. He was saying it in live TV. If they kill me, it will come more quicker. So he's not scared of death. Anybody scared of death, in other words, you are not ready for your freedom. You should be ready to die before your freedom will come. Because that man who is holding you down will not let you go because he's benefiting something from you. I keep on telling people, we that are in Europe, in Asia. See, I asked one of my friends, I was talking with him the other day, I asked him, you're talking about UN, you're talking about EU, you go to Europe, they will give you asylum, they will give you UN so that you walk freely. All these things they created to enslave Africa.
Exactly.
I asked him, do you see any British man looking for asylum? Or do you see any Australian man looking for UN to give him paper for him to walk freely, to become a refugee in another man's country? Do you see a Canadian man looking for refugee? Do you see American man looking for refugee? Do you see a Russian man looking for refugee? Do you see, just name it as you can, a Belgian man looking for refugee? This is what they create for me and you to be slavery forever. You are happy taking the refugee paper. You don't think, why is it people giving me this thing? Why are they giving us this thing they are giving to us? So that we become a refugee in another man's country. Why can't I go back and develop my own country the way they develop their own country? Let them come to my own country and I'll give them the paper for them to become a refugee in my country. Biafrans, you people should wise up. The hour has come for us to take this decision. Like Esther did in the Bible. He said, if I perish, I perish. But in this risk, I'm going to take it. I will go before the king to tell him the condition of my people. Biafra, the hour has come. You sit in your house. Hunger will not kill you. Hunger of 6 days is not going to kill you. Sit in your house. After all, your pastor will give you fasting 6 to 6 and ask you not to go anywhere. Stay in your house and do this fasting. Some of them will ask you to go to the mountain. You go in the bush and stand and do the fasting and prayer for you to become what you want to be. This is the hour. The hour has come for us to make this change that we want. The hour has come for us to gain this freedom we have been agitating for all this while. They can't say I'm going to bring hell with me, that I will come back to Nigeria, but when I'm coming, I will bring hell with me. He has bring the hell, because the person that will bring the hell is Samonepa, not to him.
Absolutely.
This is the prophecy fulfilled, the prophecy of Igila, that later changed his mouth. He said he saw a small puppet, but there is a white animal following him. This is the white animal. My brother King choose you are the white animal following him. All these people, they are the white animal following him. Biafra 247, you guys are the white animal because you guys are taking the bomb. You guys are taking the bomb left, right, and center. Anybody talk about this thing, they will block his channel. If you talk about anything, they will block your channel. The hour has come. Do you understand? The hour has come. So I indulge our people to rise up. We can't continue like this. I'm not happy being in another country. I want to go back to my own country. Let them come to my own country the way I come to their own country. We're in this country. They're treating us like shit. They don't value us. You run for police, you run for immigration, you run for everything. Even security man will see you and insult you. You will do nothing.
Exactly.
Because this is their country. Understand? You will say we're in abroad. Which abroad? Do you know the kind of job they are giving to us? A job that I cannot even do in my country. They will give it to me. I will gladly do it. They will even insult me on top of that. So my brother, I have to drop here because, like I said, don't worry. One of these days, I will try so that I will stay longer in your program. Then we have to educate our people more because we don't have much time. It's just more days to go. Just 2 days to go. the sit at home will start, will kick off. Then they will know that we are not joking. Anybody who said that it doesn't have head, who will cut his own head and put on top of it, it will have head. If you say that you are a police or army, just come. Look at how they are deploying military in Lagos. What are they deploying military for? Look at the amount of military they deploy in Lagos. Causing chaos everywhere. They will cause the chaos, they will call another person, and the person is the one causing trouble.
That is the most annoying thing. They create the problem, they look for whom to blame.
All the armor tank they are sending to Lagos. Why are they sending armor tanks to Lagos? Is anybody fighting war in Lagos? Eh? They send more than 20 armor tanks to Lagos. They send more than healers, more than 40 healers to Lagos. Why are they sending all these things? And all these people they are sending, they are terrorists. Repentant Boko Haram. You call them repentant Boko Haram. A terrorist who have killed and maimed people and destroyed people's village. You call him a repentant Boko Haram.
Only in Nigeria you can see such. Repentant terrorists.
News. You saw the news. The Northeast Labour Party have left P2B. All of them, all the Northeast. They announced it today that they have left P2B. They have joined Asho Ahmed Tinubu. And the people are there in social media making noise, fooling themselves, thinking that Hausa man will give you. Look at what Erufai said. Erufai said, do the Easterners think that they are going to relinquish power to them? And you are there in social media making noise. They have come today and make it openly that they have left Obi for you to know. That's a Fulani man can never trust an Igbo man, regardless of anything. So you people are there making noise on social media. Who is going to call the result?
We told them
it's not a Fulani man. Although we are wiser than them, we are 1 million steps ahead of them, because Simon Ekpa told them that before the election, you will see them betray Obi, they will leave Obi. That Obi did not come for presidential destiny. And it has happened. So my brother, thank you. Right on. We are winning. We are winning. We are winning in every angle. We are winning. May God bless you.
Thank you.
And may God bless all the Biafrans.
Bless you more. Thank you so much, my brother. I really missed you. Thank you so much. You've done wonderfully well. He has been my partner here for a very long time. I really miss him so much. Finally, because of job and all that, he's busy with so many things to do. That is it. I appreciate everyone who has connected to the program, and I tell you, everything you hear us saying is for good. We are not speaking out of hate. We are not speaking out of pride or out of envy or jealousy. No. Everything we are saying here are facts. We are saying what we are saying to save life, to make sure that people have a normal life to live. Because where we find ourselves, the contraption called Nigeria, where we find ourselves, does not mean well for the indigenous people in that very contraption. They don't mean well for the indigenous people. Look at what is happening. Look at the chaos in everywhere. Look at how everywhere is being destroyed. They are talking about election. In election, look at how they are pumping military in the streets. Every part of the country is filled of military. Lagos State is under occupation by the military. Today, Ogun State is on fire today. Ogun State is having a massive protest. And when all this are happening, they will turn around and begin to blame members of IPOB. They begin to blame Mazi Simon Ekpa. They begin to blame Mazin Nandekan. What has Mazin Nandekan got to do with your useless and stupid policies that you put in place? It has nothing to do with us. It has absolutely nothing to do with us. And when you see all those things unfolding, that is why we say we don't want to be part of this madness anymore. That is why we want to exercise our own democratic rights by not participating in that evil exercise called election. Because that is not what it is. That's not what it is. What they conduct in Nigeria is selection. And I'm not just saying it. Somebody have made the statement in their conventional media. A former electoral officer said it, that there has never been any election conducted in Nigeria. It has always been selection. Every election has been rigged. The confession of the rigging of the election by British is still online. I shared it on my platforms, where a British citizen was confessing how they rigged the most important election. And how do you think you can build a sane country in a fraudulent foundation? It cannot work. It can't work. That is why we want to destroy this old foundation and lay a new foundation. We want to break it up. Let every indigenous people go to their separate ways according to their interest. Go to their different ways. The Oduduwa go their side, the Biafrans go their side, and the other ones go their way. The Middle Belters be on their own. That is the only solution to the problem. And the whole world knows about the solution. We are not asking for somebody's land. We are not asking to colonize anybody or to dominate anybody. That is not what we're asking for. We want a nation where we can be able to grow at our own space, aspire to any position we want to aspire to without any distraction, a place we can be secure as a people. We want to be under government that can be able to protect the life and property of its own citizen. That is what we're asking for. How is it too much to ask? Is that too much of a thing to ask? How is that a crime? Because of this simple request, they are taking the life of innocent souls in Biafra land. Because we are asking for a legitimate right. Biafrans have seen it all. There is no kind of dehumanization we have not seen as Biafrans. There is no kind of intimidation that we have not seen. Genocide, killing in Biafra land, we have seen it all. We have complained several times. We have cried. We have written letters with evidence to United Nations, to human rights. Nobody is responding. A time has come when we have to take our fate into our hand. And that is where we are today. That is exactly where we are. On a stage where we have to take our own fate into our hand and deliver ourselves. It is you, it is me, us, that will deliver ourselves. Nobody can hand us freedom and a platter of gold. And that is why the Biafrans are doing what they're doing. First of all, to make use of their democratic rights wisely. That is what we are doing. Not participating in election is making use of our democratic right effectively and wisely. And that is the education that Master Simon ever had brought to Biafran people. And Biafran people understood him very, very well. That is why today, another referendum happened in Biafra land on Monday. The whole Biafrans are sitting at home. Total lockdown on Biafra land, in Biafra land today. And in a few days' time, more is going to happen. It is going to be more serious. A lot is going to happen. You cannot stop us with your guns and bullets. You can't. You can't stop us with your guns and bullets, or by killing us, or by intimidation, or by your show of force. No, that cannot stop the ideology. It cannot stop people from fighting for their freedom. You will only give us reason. When we see your military in the street, when we see the military being pumped into the street, when you see your attack, taking the life of our brothers and sisters, you are giving us more reason to fight more, to free ourselves. That is what you do. Each time you preach those blackmail and propaganda, each time you move in to oppress us and fight against us, you are giving us reason not to retreat, to fight on until the last man standing. And we will continue to fight. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter how wise you think you are. You can't scare us away. The Biafran people have seen it all. There is no family in Biafra land that have not lost a person in this crisis. There is no family in Biafra land that have not lost a person in the hand of the Zoological Republic, in the hand of the Nigerian government. Innocent people who has not committed any crime, they lose their life. The country has been so corrupt that they have been able to change the mindset of certain people. They have been able to make some certain people who are even Biafran to be fraudulent. That is why you see some of them today speaking from different side of their mouth. Very shameful. Very shameful. And that was why you saw Master Simon Epa doing what he's doing to make sure he fights to the last to release his people. Because for a very long time, many that have been pretending to be fighting with Biafra are not. It is very clear that all this while, Mazen Nande Kanu was the only man, he has always been the only man speaking up Mazen Nandekano was the only voice we have in Biafra land, crying, shouting, speaking, begging for more than a decade. And finally, today they kidnapped him. And they thought that by kidnapping him, they will quench the Biafran struggle. And again, those who are using it for business will continue to trade with it. But you can never trade with Biafrans anymore. And that is why our spokesperson, Master Simon, was there. Master Simon, when he came on board, he told you that I will stop your fraud. I will stop you using Biafra for business. I will stop those Yonzama in Biafra struggle. And he did. That is why you see all of them crying. If these people have a good intention, just tell me, how could it be that you have an opportunity to present the case of your own people before the whole world? A media came to you for you to present the case of your own people before the whole world to know what is going on. Instead of you presenting the matter, what did you do? You turn around and you begin to fight against your own brother before the international community. Begin to tell lies, telling them that Master Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. Shamelessly telling lies, shamelessly. This is somebody who claimed to be fighting for the freedom of his own people. You have opportunity to make a case for your people. At least, even if you don't like Master Simon Ekpa, no problem. If you hate him, no problem. But when they call you, talk about the issue that is happening behind the way. Okay, talk about the way the members of IPOB have been killed and dehumanized for a very long time. Only that one alone. Narrate to them how members of IPOB have lost their life in several places. In Nepal, when they were praying, when they were exercising, 150 people shot. Explain that to them and give them evidence. Give them videos. The attack in the home of Mazen Nandekano, the illegal detention of Mazen Nandekano, the illegal detention of members of IPOB. All this information were in your table for you to deliver to international media when they came, but you kept them aside. And what you chose was lie. You chose lie. You decided to use the platform that you're supposed to use to make a case for your people. You begin to use that platform to elevate yourself, your selfish interest. You begin to show the world how evil you are, how senseless you are. And you think that the journalist is not smart. They are much more smarter than you can ever imagine. Even the information they are asking you about, they have it already. Every lie you're telling them, they have it in their hands. Telling them that Mazen Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. They have videos where Mazen Simon Ekpa was conducting a program with Mazen Nandekano. They know very well that even while Mazen Nandekano was around, Mazen Simon Ekpa have started answering the disciple of Mazen Nandekano. They know very well that Mazen Nandekano has not been denounced anywhere by Mazen Simon Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano has never denounced Mazen Simon Ekpa anywhere. In fact, he embraced Mazen Simon Ekpa more than any other person. Mazen Nandekano embraced Mazen Simon Ekpa more than any other person in Biafra land.